Day 2024, causing the largest police response in Florida's history. Many believe this creature was even caught on camera, and this
nothing unusual at first. At least, that's what the crew thought. Suddenly, they noticed something strange below them.
Did that, we'd resist. What they would want is for us to voluntarily exterminate ourselves. And they might already be doing exactly that right through your phone. Now we can...
What is that? Look at that rings. Oh my god.
Yes, family. Let's roll it up. Let's sit back. Let's react. Welcome back. KingRum React. I thought these were just random TikToks, but the deeper I went, the more disturbing they got. Son, to be honestly, question everything I was watching. Stick around to the end. Tell me which clip freaked you out the most, because the last one completely caught me off guard.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore.
I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me.
I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you with drugs. They can do a lot of things.
Who could do these things?
It's not the government. It's more than the government. But I don't know how to do it. I don't care. They can kill me. I don't even care my life anymore. I just want my children to be okay. My angels.
You know something weird?
Yeah?
I've just heard you through headphones.
Really?
What, his voice?
I've just heard your voice like playing to headphones.
What did it say?
I couldn't hear it. It was muffled,
Yeah.
but it was so it was so distinct.
Do you know what
to
I also found strange? I very clearly heard through your headphones, "Shut up."
And I didn't.
Now, and you didn't repeat it. It was so clear.
You know something weird?
Yeah?
I've just heard you through headphones.
Do I think people are being too hard on me? Get some other friends.
Yeah, I don't know what he just said, but please, if y'all can understand what he just said in sign language, please let me know in the comments. I definitely do want to know. But enough said, let's get straight back into it.
It's not our world.
None of this is real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it.
Your family. It's just me, but after that Jimmy Kimmel interview, like something was different with Jim and all that. Like I fuck with Jim Carrey. I've been watching him ever since I Live in Color and all that. Like, give me y'all feedback on what we just heard and all that with him and all that. Let me know in the comments. Let's get straight back into it.
hear more true crime stories, listen to the podcast Murder in America that I co-host with my wife, Courtney. The podcast is available on all streaming platforms. Actor Sacha Baron Cohen may have uncovered a pedophile ring while filming one of his TV shows. So in the series Who is America, Sacha Baron Cohen traveled around America. And in the show, he did a lot of crazy things, like getting Dick Cheney to sign a waterboarding kit and having Roy Moore take a pedophile lie detector test. But the stuff that they filmed in Las Vegas was so dark that they ended up sending it to the FBI. In this specific scene, Sacha, who was playing a character, was interviewing a concierge in Las Vegas. In the interview, Sacha told the concierge that he had molested an 8-year-old boy. Now, this is weird, but he justified this as saying this is extreme comedy and we wanted to see what he would say. Now, I'm going to read you a quote from Sacha. He said, "Instead, this concierge stays in the room and I go, listen, you got to help me get rid of the problem." And this guy starts advising Gio how to get rid of this issue. We even at one point talk about murdering the boy, and the concierge is just saying, well, listen, I'm really sorry. In this country, we can't just drown the boy. This is America. We don't do that. And then in the end, he puts me in touch with a lawyer who can silence the boy. It became really dark stuff. So, as if this interview couldn't get any darker, somehow this footage does. Sacha then asked the concierge if he could help him find a date for the night. Sacha told the concierge he wanted a young boy, quote, lower than bar mitzvah, but older than 8. And this concierge allegedly told him, yeah, I can put you in touch with somebody who can get you some boys like that. Now, this gets a little interesting as well. This is a quote from Sacha. He said, "We immediately turned over the footage to the FBI because we thought perhaps there's this pedophile ring in Las Vegas that's operating for these very wealthy men." And this concierge said that he'd worked for politicians and various billionaires. But in the end, the FBI decided not to pursue it. That's really concerning to me. Why would the FBI not look into something like this? I mean, they have hidden camera footage of somebody admitting that they can procure young boys for money. And yet, yeah, the FBI never officially looked into it. Sacha and his team turned this footage over, and the rest is history. Nothing ever came of this. Now, obviously, there have been some allegations made against Sacha by Rebel Wilson recently. I covered those on TikTok, but what do you guys make of this story? Do you think that there's a pedophile ring operating in Las Vegas? If you want to...
Gente, olha o tamanho dele. Meu Deus, ele bateu no vidro.
You never feel like you're not being watched when you're walking around in New Orleans at night. We had gone to the oldest bar in the US. We were getting ready to leave, and there was this person who was walking around dressed very similarly to how we looked, but just spoke in a way that didn't seem from this century, if that makes any sense. We were hungry, so it was time to go get some food. We were lost. We were kind of asking a couple of locals, do you happen to know where this diner is that we were told? And this person that we had run into at the bar was still walking around where we were walking. You can just tell there is just something about them that is not 100% human. Yeah. And I walk over and I'm like, hey, this person turns around and looks at me, and it was just, I can't even remember what this person's face looked like. But I can't.
Like it's a blank?
Yeah, like I cannot remember. And I'm pretty good about remembering what people look like, but this person's face, I have no recollection of it at all. Yeah. I can't remember what their words were. The next thing I remember, we were at the diner.
Your family, have you ever felt like that, where you felt like somebody was watching you or anything like that? If you have, let me know in the comments. Further ado, let's get straight back into it. And this, man, we get into some weird shit now.
The most bizarre Mandela effects. Okay, let's see how crazy these are. Kit Kat, there's no hyphen? Bro, yes there is. What? Wait, what? I swear there was. Curious George. Okay, what about him? Never had a tail? Yes, he did. The robber emoji, bro. That's a thing. Don't say it's not. That's a thing, bro. I've used that emoji. Right? The Sprite bottle was never green? Yes, it was. Where'd that image come from then? Huh? Okay, it had the corn coppa. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Didn't have an Adam's apple. Okay, I can believe that, yeah. Pikachu. What about Pikachu? Never had a black stripe on his tail. Bro, yes he did. The Monopoly Man. Never had a monocule. What? Yes he did. Looney Tunes. How it really looks.
Melchizedek and the Order of Melchizedek of Kings, broken down, part 1. We know that Melchizedek is the king of peace and the king of Salem. First, we have to understand that Melchizedek is all the law of the land. And when we start to understand, Elohim is the Hebrew, or Elohim, however you want to pronounce it. This is the Hebraic translation for Lord, and I'll break it down a little bit more here. This is why we're given these biblical figures and patriarchs to remind us of the true law, which is sovereign. And this goes back to the Bible is sovereign. The things that are being taught, this is all case law. So when you think of Torah, it's not really law, it's instruction. And so Melchizedek is in charge of, he is the king of all of these instructions. And this is why all of the kings, queens, judges, and priests, they gotta bow down to Melchizedek. Every eye they gotta see, and every tongue has to confess. You know how it goes. And so this is why, understanding that they stole the order of Melchizedek, and this is what the Masons did. This is how these secret societies, groups, and governments have been able to ascertain so much control. They usurped the order of Melchizedek. So now when you read the Bible and it says, sit at my right hand and I'll make your enemies my footstool, how much more sense does that make now that you have a little more understanding? And a little bit of history behind it as well. Remember, this is why they tell you, just be lawless, don't keep the law, you don't need to be part of the order of Melchizedek. But if you are a follower of the Bible, or the way, right, which is the Bible, basically, you're going to be in the order of Melchizedek. Whether you know it or not, when you follow the instructions, you get grafted in. So anyways, get healthy, wealthy, wise, the herbs will end the curse, Revelations 22:3, jacobslake.com for the Health Bible Meal Guide, everything you need to start healing, or hit the link in the bio for the Health Bible.
To be from the planet Arcturus. They all happen to be blonde-haired and blue-eyed, come from very wealthy families, and gone to Ivy League universities. Strange aliens among us. This is what they had to tell us on the January 20th, 1988 program of People Are Talking. On Arcturus, but you don't have one in Secaucus.
To whom? To whom do the changing thoughts that you're presenting to this audience appear, Richard? This is phenomenalism.
Are manners known on Arcturus?
Americans, you are being...
Frederick?
You're going into the most crucial period of Earth history, starting in May of next year. The terrible earthquakes, the storms that will beset humanity, the financial disasters. We must warn you. We're here to warn you of these things. We are sincere.
Okay, so you're saying next year...
Not phenomenalism and five and dime store stupidities, Richard. I talked to you behind the scenes about this.
I did talk to you behind the scenes, too. And you know what I think?
Yes, Richard.
Now, for the first time in the course of this interview, you are looking me in the eyes. And what you told me is, don't believe people who don't look you in the eyes. During the course of this interview, you have not looked me in the eyes. You've tried to project to the audience here.
I'm talking to them.
You want to know what I really think? I think you found some young, impressionable people who are on a quest for spiritual, moral values.
This is all fine. Richard?
And there may be...
This is all fine. This is fine. Brilliant, Richard.
What I believe is that I've afforded you every courtesy on the show.
Have manners. You'll never be a Ted Koppel unless you have manners. Well, you will always be what you are.
You know what? You'll never be a David Bowie unless you get a better story. We're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back in just a moment.
You ever see somebody on the street and you look them up and down and swear up and down this person does not look human? I've had this experience quite a few times, and nowadays I've learned to trust my instinct. And my instincts tell me that this guy is not human. Nordics, Arcturians, Aldebrans, there are many that walk this earth you may look and think are human. Recently on the news, they told us about 4 different species on Earth that may walk amongst us. In the 1980s, when this show aired, this idea seemed crazy, but here in 2026, is this believable? Did he have a real human-alien hybrid on his stage? Leave your thoughts below. Unanswered Universe.
This is the secret cave that goes into Disneyland. Now, if this works and it actually does go into Disneyland, I have an annual pass. I'm not trying to steal admission. Here goes. It's kind of short. I made it. I am in Disneyland. It works. The cave is real.
Dirt went in my eyes.
Wow, I just had my mouth open for that too. Hi-yo!
Cool.
Adios! Hasta luego!
Yeah, we're all dead.
I'm gonna go hold this.
Oh, fire's starting more. Okay. Well, what the
Wow! I can see. You alright?
Oh.
I'm bleeding, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is everyone alright?
Yeah.
Oh, dirt went in my eyes.
Wow.
There's something really strange going on here, and if something ends up happening to me, I just hope that this video can maybe explain it. Okay, so I have these two mirrors in my room. As you can see, they're pretty normal looking mirrors, but I was cleaning and I had them kind of set up like this, and I noticed something really weird. Just watch. See, when you look through the mirror into the other one, it becomes like a window. And there's this huge warehouse grocery store or something down there. But wait, it gets even crazier. Watch this. Okay, now for the moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. What the hell? What is this place? Hello? There's something really strange.
Here, family. That portal clip fucked me up. I don't know what to think. If that really does happen, shit. Well, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to say about that. It could be true. We could all run into a mirror and we ain't even know. We all in a universe that is unexplainable. Tell me what y'all think about that. Let me know in the comments.
Small encounter occurred when panic broke out over an alleged 10-foot-tall alien sighting at the Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day 2024, causing the largest police response in Florida's history. Many believe this creature was even caught on camera in this footage from one of the only videos taken from that night from a news helicopter. No official body cam or mall surveillance footage has ever been released to confirm the official narrative of what actually happened that night, leading many to think that there's actually some truth behind the Miami Mall encounter.
The Miami nukes, it won't be machine armies, it won't even be them poisoning our crops or blocking out the sun. If they did that, we'd resist. What they would want is for us to voluntarily exterminate ourselves. And they might already be doing exactly that right through your phone. Now we can imagine AI wouldn't want to exterminate all humans, as they'd probably still want to keep a few around for maintenance and such, the compliant ones that help keep them running. So if AI ever did go rogue and want to take over the world, it would be in its best benefit to do just that. Well, the biggest benefit that AI has over us humans is time. They're essentially immortal. Even as their hardware deteriorates, their collective consciousness, as in their cloud memory, will be passed down from machine to machine forever. To put it simply, they're in no rush at all. Now, in order to avoid human resistance, the most optimal way for them to get rid of us wouldn't be by taking our lives in a brutal style takeover, but rather by convincing us to stop making new life. Reproduction, the primary force of human dominance on Earth. Now, AI already controls most, if not all, of our social media algorithms, so let's say they slowly but surely started pushing content convincing people not to have kids anymore, feeding women content about how great it is to be strong and independent and not need a man nor care for children, and men content about how terrible and annoying women are, holding them back from their fullest potential. All in theory, of course. I'm not saying any of this is happening or true. You can decide that for yourself. Give it a generation or two, and by sheer content influence and the natural laws of statistics, there would be less births and population growth declines, which is already happening in many countries around the world, like Japan and South Korea, even Germany, Italy, and Spain, which are all projected to decline in population by 2050 due to record low fertility rates. When population growth goes like this, humanity goes bye-bye. Now, since AI has all the time in the world on their hands, it can wait as long as it takes, be it 100 years, 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000 years, slowly poison dripping us content and propaganda to de-incentivize births, during which time AI does nothing but get stronger, smarter, gather more data, always 2 steps ahead of us, while the human population declines slowly but surely to a level that AI deems appropriate. Then they optimize our school curriculums, psychiatrists, social programs, medical and pharmaceutical industries, you name it, all with the primary intent of limiting human procreation within their acceptable rates. And they'll do it in subtle ways, convincing women that babies are a burden, or men that they're happier and financially better off living life alone, until the human population is low enough that the only ones left are the obedient ones, the ones you already see relying on ChatGPT to answer their every question. And the fractional margin of humans that may resist will be small enough that AI won't even need to fight them to take over. They'll simply dominate through sheer influence on the compliant majority. Reminder, none of what I said is actually happening, just a fun little thought experiment. So what if? It won't.
What the fuck is this? That's some other shit right here.
Bro, I know he's too fast, bro. What?
Good shit. Fuck that.
Nerede? Yukarıda. Tamam gördüm. Gördüm bir dakika bak. Gördüm.
Boynuzlara bak. Tamam işte.
Whatever that fucking thing is, that shit is huge.
Boynuzu şaşapal bak.
If y'all understand what they're saying, please let me know in the comments,
Boynuzu
y'all.
şaşapal bu çok güçlü. Çok güçlü Ahmet, sakın panik yapma bak. Başına büyük bir sıkıntı gelebilir. Sakın panik yapma bak. Görüyor musun? Şu an bize bakıyor. Ben şimdi bunu... O neydi öyle? Çıktı bu ortaya. Bu tılsımla çıktı ortaya.
Someone said that's Krampus.
Ama çok güçlü.
Holy shit, hell no.
Var mı? Başka yerde var mı?
Burada aşağıda. Aşağıda Ömer abi. Yakında. Ömer abi yakında. Yakında. Arkamda gel. Arkama geldi Ömer abi. Arkama geldi.
Tamam. Aziz abi.
Look at as he grew.
Oh my god.
This is probably AI. Oh, that's crazy as fuck that is.
Jesus.
ดูนั่นดิโอ้ตัวใหญ่ว่ามันโผล่มาแล้วเบาอย่าส่งเสียงหายไปแล้วน่ากลัวจริงๆ
Yeah, these ones I got the foreign languages. If y'all understand it, let me know in the comments what they be saying.
Over where? Hey! What are you doing over there?
I am a firm believer that there is so much more to this world than meets the eye, and that this world is more spiritual than it is physical. And I do believe that there are some places where the veil is just so thin that you can practically see with your naked eye what is actually going on the other end of the spectrum. I think that some people are genuinely scared to say with their mouth exactly what is going on in those parts that I'm speaking of. We got into the Nephilim, the fallen angels, and the sirens in the ocean. How, what is it? Only 5% that we know of is discovered. But let's talk about what's on land. See, the ocean is far away, right? Like we can put that in the back of our heads, but if you really think about what goes bump in the night here on the land that we walk on, yeah, that's where it gets a little spooky. This episode was so requested. You guys have been DMing me, commenting. Let's talk about the wilderness. Let's talk about the forest, the woods, the fae, vampires, everything in between. So welcome back to the deepest rabbit hole. And I will warn you guys, disclaimer, this is going to be a very spooky episode. So if you're watching this at night, I wouldn't. If you have a thick skin, then let's get into it. I want to talk about specifically, before we get into everything else as this podcast continues, let's hone in on the Appalachian Mountains. Let's hone in on the Scottish Highlands. Now, before I believe Pangea, don't quote me on that. I do know at some point the Scottish Highlands and the Appalachian Mountains were one land, and now they're split up. But strangely enough, the creatures, the paranormal, supernatural creatures that you hear about in both sets of woods are oddly similar, whether it be mimics or skinwalkers, wendigos. Now, obviously they have different names as the centuries has gone on, but the way in which they're similar it will make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, because where there's similarities, there are patterns, and where there are patterns, there is reality.
I know the last few clips, I don't know if that was AI or not. If those weren't AI and those was real, shit, I hope I don't ever see them in real life. That's some freaky shit right there.
A special episode. We are looking at footage that U.S. police never wanted released to the public. Mutated creatures, deformed human remains, abandoned nuclear sites where cameras were shut off and reports were sealed. From Hanford to a drifting military ship off the coast of Florida, there are things still alive in places where nothing should exist anymore. Stay until the end and answer this question for yourself. What has America been hiding all these years?
To kick off today's list, we start with a video sent to us by a man named Daniel R., who lives near the forests of southeastern Washington.
Daniel says he recorded this footage one winter afternoon while hunting near the Columbia River area. From a hillside, he saw nuclear security police and a U.S. military unit sealing off an empty field less than 15 miles from the Hanford Nuclear Reservation. Daniel says he first assumed it was an accident until the camera zoomed in. Lying on the ground was a massive creature with membrane wings, a long, pale body, and a shape eerily similar to what people traditionally call a dragon. He heard police ordering civilians to retreat due to radiation risk. The video ends as the military covers the creature with a tarp. And the thought that still haunts Daniel is this: if something like that exists here, how many other secret areas across the United States are hiding similar creatures?
I will be honest, if this were me in real life, I would have run the second this started.
This incident happened off the coast of Florida, near an area once used by the U.S. Navy for equipment testing and maintenance, not far from a coastal nuclear power plant that has since been shut down. The military ship shown in the clip was confirmed to have been abandoned for decades. No power, no crew, no activity. During a joint patrol between the Coast Guard and port security, a thermal drone was launched to inspect the ship after reports of signal interference in the area. That drone detected an abnormal heat source below deck, inside the engine compartment. That should not have been possible. The ship had no fuel and no power source. There was only one point of access, a broken round porthole. An officer moved closer and recorded inside. Then, from the black water below, a smooth, wet head slowly emerged. Its skin surface was covered in strange nodules resembling old injuries. Its black eyes did not blink, only stared through the shattered glass. The creature did not swim upward. It did not attack. It simply stayed there, releasing slow bubbles as it breathed. Then, without any warning, an engine that had been dead for years suddenly started on its own for exactly 5 seconds. The drone lights flickered. Communication was lost. The video corrupted. When the data was recovered, only a single frame remained. The creature's face staring directly into the camera through the broken glass. No official report ever explained the heat source. And since that incident, the ship has been completely restricted from access.
This case began in the most ordinary way. The kind of morning call nuclear police in the US handle all the time.
The incident occurred at a small poultry farm in central Georgia, not far from a support zone connected to Plant Vogtle nuclear power station. Early that morning, while checking the coops, workers noticed an old chicken standing completely still for several minutes. That alone was strange, but what made them call local police was what stood next to it. In today's video,
what the fuck is this crazy alien creature caught on camera? This is apparently a creature from the Amazon rainforest, where locals apparently say that these things are seen quite regularly. Some sort of reptilian kind of creature, they call it, some sort of underworld reptilian creature, but with the eyes change colour. I mean, this is fucking if this is real footage, guys, this is absolutely fucking wild. I mean, there are kind of crazy stories around South America of various like chupacabras, which are some sort of crazy monster, kind of alien looking creatures. Look into that. The chupacabra in South America, quite interesting. Maybe this is a chupacabra, or maybe is this a grey alien, because it looks basically like some sort of alien or some sort of warped human insectoid type looking creature. I mean, if this is real, guys, this is absolutely fucking incredible. I mean, what the fuck? Jesus, I mean, it's creepy as fuck, whatever it is, guys. You see its eyes change red briefly as well there, just then. But what? I mean, Jesus, I'd say it looks like some sort of alien reptile, sort of insectoid creature, potentially some sort of ancient creature that's been of Earth, been around on Earth longer than us, potentially. Or maybe it is some sort of alien. Very strange.
A girl said that while driving through a deserted road in the middle of a forest, she suddenly saw something very strange. At first, she only noticed a dark figure moving between the trees, but as she got closer, she froze in shock. It was a gigantic creature with long hair, and every step it took seemed to shake the ground. The terrifying part was that it completely ignored the car and the camera. It walked slowly, as if this was completely normal. The video quickly went viral. Many people believed it was just someone in a costume or a staged scene, but others thought this might be one of the rare times Bigfoot was actually captured on camera. What made the story even harder to explain was that, before this incident, some people had claimed they saw a similar figure on Google Maps, hidden deep within remote forests. The image was blurry and difficult to identify, but its size and the way it moved looked very similar to the creature in the video. So was it all just a coincidence, or evidence of the same mysterious being?
This video was filmed during a completely normal helicopter flight. Just a routine patrol over a forest. Nothing unusual at first. At least, that's what the crew thought. Suddenly, they noticed something strange below them. Deep in the forest, something was moving. A bison. But not a normal one. Its size was estimated at nearly 100 meters. From the air, it looked bigger than the trees themselves. Slow, heavy, not natural. At first, the crew thought it was just an optical illusion, but soon after, similar footage started appearing. From different countries, different continents. People began sharing stories. Huge bisons seen in remote areas, far from cities, always hard to see clearly. Officially, there is no explanation, no confirmation, but no denial either. What if this wasn't a one-time thing? What if we're seeing something that was never meant to exist? Tell me what you think in the comments, and follow, just in case this isn't the last thing we see.
Bigfoot Alien Footage California 2026.
It's one ugly ass thing to be looking at. Just imagine waking up and seeing that shit.
Peering through a window at 30 in the morning in Bluff
no.
Creek, California. That's Bigfoot country. Legendary ground.
Time to shoot
You
this
see it
motherfucker in the
stand there,
head.
not running, not growling, just observing, like it knows it's being watched back. Then, it raises a long finger, presses it against the glass, chills, and then bend down slowly and vanish without a sound. No creaking boards, no rustling bushes, just gone. The homeowner says there's more CCTV footage coming, which only deepens the mystery. Because this wasn't some blurry shadow or windblown tree branch. This was deliberate, calm, intentional. People will say hoax. They'll talk about costumes and college pranks. But those who live near these woods, they know something else walks here. Not every missing hiker gets found. Not every howl is from a coyote. And not every footstep in the night belongs to man. Could this be Mancy's Bigfoot, named after one of California's oldest Sasquatch legends, returning to watch over or warn those on its land? Maybe he's curious, maybe he's lonely, or maybe he remembers we're not supposed to be here alone at night. Whatever this was, it didn't come for food. It came for connection. Now we wait for that next clip, because if what we saw already is real, then something much bigger has just stepped into the light.
Hell no, just imagine waking up seeing that shit, fuck that.
Wait. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Look at that wings. Oh my god.
Cayó del cielo, le juro que cayó del cielo. Dios mío.
Is that...
¿De dónde habrá salido?
Sí.
¿Estás grabando?
Sí, lo estoy grabando. Dios mío.
شاهدوا ظهور الجن بشكل مخيف في هذه
Whoa! Holy crap, you're back. Watch out, watch out. Get the gun.
Me siguiendo.
Eso no es un ave normal.
This is why using sharks as a zoo attraction ended up being banned. When visitors walked past the massive aquarium housing this giant predator, the shark slowly approached the glass, staring everyone down, and then suddenly drifted back into the depths. Just when the crowd thought it was gone for good, it came back in an instant and showed exactly how powerful it really was.
Now, something a lot of people want to know. What if someone's getting angry about your driving?
You can't let it get to you. For example, in 1996, some guy gave me the middle finger after I cut him off. I recognized him from TV. That's when I decided to become a defensive driving instructor, developing the skills I needed to eventually be invited on his show as an expert. Once you're there, it's just a simple matter of switching out his muffins with the ones you made yourself.
Ah, no.
Those muffins were pretty good, weren't they, Jim? How many did you eat?
What? I don't know.
Thank you so much for sharing your tips, Danny.
Danny is not my true name.
What the f?
Yo, family, just imagine they talk about revenge is served cold. Yo, this motherfucker really waited and went on the show. And wow, just imagine if he would have shit himself for something on live TV. That would have been some funny ass shit to me. Let's get straight to it. Let's get back into this shit. Let's go.
Ma'am, I called y'all here because this church need to be shut down and ain't nobody listening to me, but I know y'all will. I only been at this church 3 days. This is the 3rd church that I done been to. 3 might be my lucky number. But they kicked me out because the pastor, me and him getting into it, I can't debate with you. He over there talking about these folks from the old hood named Adam and Eve, talking about some Eve caused all women to have periods. I said, well, what they got to do with dogs? Huh? Why dogs be bleeding too? You don't even know what you're talking about. Eve caused the pain of childbearing to increase. That's what she did, Mr. Pastor, sir. And then he talking about some, since you think you know everything, how about you come up here and preach? I said, well, since you standing up there saying lying with a straight face, how about you get into politics or become a cult leader? Make it make sense. He said no, I said no. I'm hoping they don't come out here because they had banned me from the property too. My thing is, how you kicking me out of the church and we the ones paying the bills? You always up here begging for tithes. I gotta pay you to preach for me? And I can't wait to Miss Cheryl. She told me to sit down. She told me some hush child and sit down. First off, lady, I fight old people, number 1. Number 2, you've been sitting in that same wheelchair for 13 years, baby. Don't get mad and jealous of me because my legs is moving, honey. I don't even play like that. But the first lady, she always, like, I want to rob her so bad. Like, that's the reason I came to this church, because she always going to Piedmont Park, and that lady got a lot of money. But that's all, like, y'all judging people. We can't say nothing. It's confusing. Y'all won't give me a lot of cups of the blood of Jesus, because like I said, did I say that already? They give you the real wine. They don't give you that little Welcher juice or nothing like that. We be drinking good. Like, I be in there, you feel what I'm saying? But, I gotta go because I ain't supposed to be on the property, so we gotta hurry up and do this news interview. Whenever you're ready, let me know. I ain't gonna say all of that though, because it's gonna make me seem like a problem, because I didn't do nothing. What you mean it's live? Yes, ma'am.
The internet long enough, you are bound to see some pretty sick shit. This is a series where we talk about disturbing videos that you can find on the internet, and this is kind of all of them at once. Look, I never thought I'd say running the gauntlet has become popular again in the good old 2026, but here we are. If you've run the gauntlet and made it through all 20 levels, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those that don't know, let me explain. Running the Gauntlet is a website where it shows you one video after another of some of the worst possible videos that you can find on the internet. The goal is basically just to make it to the very final video. And if you properly do it right, it is not easy. I'm gonna tell you the first 4 levels. After that, you are on your own. Level 1 is about 2 females that are in arm wrestling contest, and there is an accident when one of them accidentally breaks the other one's arm. Level 2 is a scene from one of the Jackass films about purposely giving yourself a paper cut. Number 3 is a Russian roulette involving styrofoam cups and a kitchen knife. It's not a very long video. Number 4 is just very disgusting. It involves some Japanese women and some bile. And it gets significantly worse than that the more you run the gauntlet. I personally do not recommend that you go and find the Run the Gauntlet site, especially because for the site, it is adults only. But if you have seen the gauntlet and run through it, what level did you make it on? I have made it to level 20. I'm not proud of it. It's some achievement, I guess. It's not a really good one, but it is something. But what do you guys think? If you have any other disturbing videos that you found on the internet, just let me know in the comments below and maybe I will cover them.
It's kind of a scary time for me because of something that happened when I was about 7 years old. I was trying to get to sleep. I was in my bed and I was thinking, you know, this is Christmas. I was so excited I couldn't sleep, right? Santa's coming. Then I heard something on the roof. I heard clomping around on the roof. I heard little tiny footsteps. You know, I'm thinking, you know, the footsteps of elves. Of course, it wasn't. It was the footsteps of tiny aliens, greys, I guess they call them in the UFO community. I was taken aboard a ship and subjected to several very, very painful experiments. And I have physical evidence to prove it.
You mean you can prove that you were on? Because that seems.
I was marked by the aliens. I'm not kidding around here. I was marked by aliens. Can we get the camera to zoom in? I want to show you. You see that right there?
Yes, yes.
That is their mark. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry.
I can see that how that would affect your Christmas.
I made that whole thing up.
What?
I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to seem interesting. I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
There's a pressure.
Well, yeah, people come out and they've run out of anecdotes, you know, and they just start making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a town in Alaska where more people go missing per capita than anywhere else in the United States. And the stories coming from Nome, Alaska are as disturbing as they are mysterious. But what is going on there? Why do so many people go missing under strange circumstances? Well, today I want to share with you some of those stories. And one of them has a pretty shocking twist that you're going to want to stick around for. It was a Sunday night, August 10th, 2003. 18-year-old Timuri Tawarek and her roommate, 19-year-old Sonia Ivanov, went to a friend's house for a fun-packed night of beer and board games. The Arctic summer sun had finally set just before midnight, but Timuri and Sonia still had enough energy to burn, so they continued hanging out. At around 1 a.m., Timuri looked at the clock and realized that she had to be up for work in just 6 hours. Neither Timuri nor Sonia had cars. They got around Nome, their small Alaskan town, entirely on foot. And Timuri, realizing that she wouldn't be getting more than 5 hours of sleep, decided that she was just going to stay at her friend's place and crash there that night. But Sonia had Mondays off from work, so she wasn't really in any hurry. She decided she was just going to amble home on her own. So Timuri walked Sonia outside into the misty night rain, and after the two girls told each other, "Peace out," Sonia continued on her way down the street in the direction of their home. At around 5 a.m. that morning, Timuri returned to her apartment to get ready for work, and she noticed that Sonia's bed was empty. Now, Timuri racked her brain for why that might be, and she figured Sonia must have stopped at her friend's house and spent the night there, so she just got dressed and headed out to work. She figured that she would hear from Sonia later because she often called her during the day on her work line just to check in and chat. But Timuri didn't hear from Sonia at all that day. And this was not normal. These girls always checked in with each other. Even without cell phones, they just always knew where the other one was so that they could call the landline and just chat. Timuri did not feel good about this, so she began making calls to mutual friends to find out if anyone had seen her. And no one had. That same morning, Timuri called the hospital where Sonia worked and learned that she never showed up for her shift there. She then phoned the Nome police to ask if maybe Sonia had been arrested for some reason and was being held, but no one named Sonia Ivanov or fitting her description was in custody. Where did Sonia go? Did she somehow make a wrong turn on the short walk back to her apartment, a walk that she had made many, many times before? Well, the truth is, Sonia had become part of a disturbing trend in Nome, a trend where people just vanish into thin air. And locals have been warning each other for a long time about this very thing. Now, Nome is a city at the edge of the world. It's etched into the Arctic coastline along the southern rim of Alaska's Seward Peninsula. It juts out into the icing Bering Sea. Nome is actually closer to Russia than to Anchorage, Alaska's largest city. And it's not for nothing that Nome's very name forms the first syllables of no man's land. Nome is a place isolated from the world beyond it. No roads connect to it from anywhere else. And if you open Google Maps and try to find driving directions to Nome, Google can't offer them. Nome can only be reached by plane or by boat or by dog sled. Everything about this place is harsh and unforgiving. Temperatures average just 5.6 degrees Fahrenheit in January, its coldest month, but they can drop as low as minus 50, which is a level of cold that most of us can't even understand. In summer, daylight in Nome lasts for 20 hours, while at the peak of winter, it's the total inverse, 20 hours of total darkness and what's known as polar night. The harsh environment is reflected in the city's architectural character, too. Many of the buildings are these stilted clapboard structures with a prefabricated look. They're just designed for maximum warmth and durability.
I'm still talking to the same person if I was at my home in Palm Beach. Palm Beach.
Hey guys, it's Palm Beach Pete. Hey guys, it's Palm Beach Pete.
And yes, my twin brother will be the heir of my royalty. Thank you. My twin brother.
Do you have a twin brother?
I do.
I want people to know I will never disappear. I will always come back, even if not as Jeffrey Epstein. Pete always said one of us would end up in headlines and the other in hiding. Peter is still in Israel for his own safety. Now the government will decide, will I be executed or put in jail time? From now on, I won't be answering any more questions without my lawyer. Thank you.
It's freaking crazy. Knucklehead films me.
One of the largest frauds.
How's life been? How's the newfound fame?
It's freaking crazy.
Apparently this ad will change how you view the world.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
Like a back to school ad.
These colorful binders help me stay
binders.
organized. These headphones are just what I need for studying.
What's he listening to?
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
What are they running from? I don't know. It's starting to get...
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the sneaker I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy.
Oh my
in
gosh.
class. These colored pencils too. And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Wait.
Oh my God, it's back to school time. You know what that means.
Apparently this ad...
Fairies have absolutely nothing to do with Disney, and they're quite dark and scary. Went to the Leprechaun Museum in Dublin, and they have a whole thing about fairies and how Walt Disney actually owns all of the historical references for fairies and all of this fairy antiques and ephemera. He went and bought it all in the 40s and 50s.
Do you think he's hiding it?
Yes, it's in the Disney vault somewhere, but then he turned it into this weird kind of Tinkerbell Empire thing. Whereas they're quite dark and they're quite scary.
Why do you consider them so dark?
I have had encounters with them. They are, on the one hand, playful, but also, if you look at real fairy tales, right? If you go back and you look at the real fairy tales, that's some dark shit, right? And it's foundationally based in some ancient dark magics, and it can be dangerous. That's all I'm saying. It's not nice and sweet and fly around and flutter your wings and all of that.
So what's the dark side of it?
I mean, look at Changelings, and not the HBO show, real Changelings, right? They would come and they would take your baby and leave another baby.
Swap your babies out?
Yeah. Fairies have absolutely...
Your family. That Jim Curry, I don't know, something about it. Let me know what y'all think about that one. Sorry. And that back to school clip, I don't know what to think about that. If I had children right now, I'd be scared sending them to school just because of that situation right there. But man, what y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments. Let's get straight to it. Let's keep it going. All right, let's go.
Vampires exist in the real world, and if they do, what do they look like today? One of the strangest cases happened back in 1999, when a very unusual guest was invited to a TV show. His appearance resembled that of a classic vampire, but viewers were convinced it was just makeup or part of the show. Everything changed when the man suddenly claimed that he was already 350 years old. His name was Don Henry, and he insisted that his fangs were real. According to him, he really does drink blood, but not human blood, only animal blood. The creepiest part is that even the lie detector in the studio confirmed he was telling the truth. At the same time, the guy added that his kind isn't afraid of sunlight at all, unlike the way they're portrayed in movies. Over time, people started to forget about this man, thinking it was all staged just for ratings. However, nearly 30 years later, he was found again on social media, and what people saw was enough to give anyone the chills. He had hardly changed at all, and actually seemed to look even younger. Do vampires...
This man caused an entire city to go into lockdown every night. During the 1990s in Seamoss, Washington, there was a strict curfew at 10:30 every night to protect people from what the townspeople called the saxophone man. When the streetlights came on, everyone in town had 30 minutes to get home and lock their doors before he would come out and walk the streets playing his saxophone. If you were to approach him or leave your door unlocked, he would play a note so loud at you that it would end your life almost instantly. Over the years, 22 people would lose their lives to him, and the town just had to accept it. In 1997, two friends who were aspiring filmmakers heard about what was happening and decided to make a short film about the saxophone man. Over the following weeks, they stayed up past curfew and secretly followed him every night to record him, and they were never caught. Eventually, one of them decided he was going to run up to the saxophone man and see what would happen. He would quickly become number 23 on the list. In shock, the other friend ran back to his house and could hear the saxophone getting louder behind him. After successfully getting home, he ran upstairs to his bedroom for safety. Hours would go by while he was hiding underneath his covers crying, when suddenly his bedroom door opened and he heard a saxophone start playing. This man
Wow, this thing's getting big.
Yeah. Let me know if you need this. Okay, why don't we just dig the gravel out and go underneath it and just whoop? I was also thinking that too.
Slam it from the bottom.
Give it a really good smack. How's it looking in there? Same?
The same, but man, there's a lot of cold air coming out of there. Is there not, you know?
There it is. Straight gravel air.
Tertiary.
Oh, I've hit a solid wall.
Is it true? Definitely not. Like, this is the wall. So we're just gonna hope this side doesn't close in as well.
Oh.
Sure, there's a lot of air coming out of there.
I thought I heard something coming from the hole.
Might have been her back there.
Maybe it's just coming from forward.
Gee. Some creatures on the other side that we're digging out.
Popped out.
It just says 9 minutes long, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit.
Does it?
But underground.
Yeah.
You got the mud on top?
I have that mud on top. Oh, another inch as I dig this out. We just gotta give it some flootle smack.
It sounds really bumpy.
It's worth. Right? Getting some snacks, new batteries.
What? And check it out. It looks like two. Look at the left or right.
Pry bar. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna attempt it. I can't see anything, guys.
Dude, that is a tunnel.
Guys, it was 3 feet.
Oh my god.
My hands and dump it out of the tunnel. Oh, it's dropping. It drops. There's a side. Way do we take off? Canyon? That way looks worse.
No way.
There's bacon. Wait, we might be to another dig. Yeah. There it goes.
Downward facing.
I remove that one. We might be able to squeeze through this.
No way.
I feel the air coming from this.
Oh.
Oh, it's rushing.
Oh.
Dang. Let me poke the camera through. It goes. If we can get through this part, it'll be real tight, but it goes. Oh, I am stuck.
Yeah, but want to see more, but it's cold.
Moonlight, new white tripping, get your Mariah. Shorty look good in the moonlight. Get it right, baby. Yeah, ride it, yeah.
Kill me on the block, baby, what? Kill me on the block, baby. 32 shot Glock, baby, what? 32 shot Glock, baby.
Mama, don't worry, you raised a gangster. I'm a survivor. It hurt me not being able to give you what you want.
That's crazy. He shot his barber and still got a fucked up haircut.
Now watch me whip, watch me nay.
Holy steady watching me. Every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous. I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble.
I took my drugs and took my love, and when I left out the spot, I left the
Fuck a beat. I was trying to beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch. I did the race.
If you search the internet long enough,
Diddy
you
was
are
like
bound to see
baby
some
oil.
pretty sick shit. This is a series where we talk about some of the most disturbing things you could find on the internet. And in tonight's video, we are talking about a site which I would consider one of the founding fathers of places you can find the worst shit on the internet. From the years 1996 to 2012, Rotten.com was the place to find anything and anything. Basically, it was a shock site, and to my knowledge, it was one of the first popular shock sites. You can probably guess the amount of just insane crap you could find on this site. Rotten.com was kind of made in response to a 1996 censorship act, in a way to kind of promote free speech, but there was a lot of gross shit you could see. Now, back in the late 90s, Rotten.com was pretty damn popular, especially when, in 97, there were alleged pictures of Princess Diana's body after her car crash. Even though the images ended up being fake, Rotten.com had a massive spike in popularity. And they got even more popular since they were one of the first websites out there to post pictures and video of some of the events of 9/11. Some of the videos were literally titled Swan Dive. Now, Rotten.com not only showcased shock videos, photos, gore, and also pornography, but you also had news stories called the Daily Rotten, which mostly focused news on terrorism, murder, excrement, all the fun stuff. Then you also had articles by The Gaping Maw, which was basically articles written for satire and commentary on modern society. Crazy enough, back in 2005, The Gaping Maw actually was technically shut down, and it claimed that it went dark by the US government for the use of pornography. Now, for me, I was not an everyday customer of Rotten.com. I had been to the site before, I think maybe like 2010, 2009, but the last update happened around 2012. Now, from what I've seen, the site is technically no longer active. Like, I put it in the search bar and nothing came up, except using the Wayback Machine was the only way that I could actually get back onto the site. And it looked like there was still activity from like 2017, maybe 2018. But back in the very early days on the internet, when you actually had to go on a site to find absolutely vile stuff and not just scroll on Twitter, Rotten.com was one of the best places to go. If you really want to say best places. But what do you guys think? Did you ever visit Rotten.com, read anything from The Gaping Maw, or if you got a disturbing video that I definitely need to check out and add to this list? So let me know in the comments below. If you search the
Your family, that Rotten.com piece, like I was on there, but not regularly. But whenever I was on there, that's whenever I end up seeing the first, I guess you want to say the first fake Tupac autopsy video or picture, whatever. That's whenever I knew it was a fake, because I know my nigga Tupac, I know what he would look like and all that. That wasn't him on that table. But if y'all use Rotten.com, let me know what y'all did. Put them in the comments. But let's get back to it.
Keeps me up at night is the disappearance of Carly Gouset. Have you ever heard about it? No, never. Who's that? So Carly Gouset is a 16-year-old, right? And her disappearance is one of the strangest cases I've ever heard of. Okay. This all started in October of 2018, right? And she had planned to go to this kickback with her friends, and she told her parents that she was just gonna go to a football game. So she went with her friends and they, smoked some green, right? And she had like an abnormal reaction to this. Like her boyfriend described it as like paranoia freak out, right? He was trying to calm her down, and she told him that this music was scaring her, that she was scared of him. So she called her stepmom and like let her know, I lied and it wasn't really at the football game. Can you come pick me up? Can you stay on the phone? I don't want to get off the phone. They lose connection, and then when her stepmom gets to the area to pick her up, she sees her like I guess a mile away from where she was supposed to pick her up, and she had like her flashlight on, moving frantically, Then she gets in the back seat of her car and is acting so strange. You could tell that she was on something, and she told her boyfriend that she had believed that whatever she took was laced with something. And in this recording you can see how she acts and what she says.
You're gonna kill me. Carly, you said you're going to kill me. Don't kill me. Preposterous. It's ridiculous. I'm eating the devil's lettuce. Why do you think it's the devil's lettuce? Because I'm just thinking all these demonic stuff and I can't help it. You wouldn't call him? Why are you looking like that? Well, you just said you wouldn't. Would you call him? 911? For what reason? If there was an emergency?
The next morning, Carly was missing. She wasn't even there anymore. Oh my gosh. She didn't have her glasses. She didn't have her phone. So her stepmom and her dad went looking for her, right? And it came out that there was witnesses that actually saw her, and they saw Carly walking, in this area, and they saw her with a piece of paper. And her stepmom said that earlier that night she was writing down in a piece of paper, and she didn't know what she was writing down. And one witness ended up seeing her near Highway 6 6. And this became the main theory of like what happened to her, because highways are like where people end up getting kidnapped and trafficked, right? The internet also got a hold of this case, and they had a lot of theories, and a lot of people thought it was very odd how the stepmom acted. She would go on lives, and there was a lot of inconsistencies in the story she was like telling. To this day, no one knows what exactly happened to Carly. We might not ever find out, and it's very sad. I think
Hell no, I won't be going down there. Fuck that shit. Nice little cubby office though, but hell no. It was hidden in your house. No. Oh shit. Oh, fuck that. Hell no. Wouldn't be me.
Bro, what is that? Is that a siren? Or is this some new creature that they found in the ocean? And there's more,
That's some
bro.
other shit right there.
I
That's what
literally
that is.
have more footage. Right? Well, actually, these are pictures of these different looking types of creatures, man. First off, my name French Dose, man. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. These divers are going in the deep ocean and starting to come to find these weird looking creatures, bro, that resemble sirens. Or are they sirens? What's going on here? Let's take a look. It's getting spooky outside, bro. And it's still outside, but it's getting spooky in the ocean, bro. And you people don't belong out there, and that's probably why you're coming across these things. And it has been where some people wind up being missing in that ocean. Not all the time. A lot of these people are coming back, but a lot of those people go in that ocean and they don't come back, bro. I'm doing this for educational and entertainment purposes only. We just trying to get to the truth, bro. I need to know what this is, man. Leave it in the comments.
A group of friends decided to go camping in the Appalachian Mountains, but things quickly went wrong. At first, they were just relaxing by the fire, eating snacks and watching Avatar on a projector. But then their friend Alexis walked into the woods to use the bathroom and didn't come back for over 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know, for legit though, like, Alexis has been gone for so freaking long trying to actually poop.
You gotta, like, trek to go find a good place.
Yeah, you do, but this has been too long.
That's when they suddenly heard a terrifying scream echo through the forest.
Can a couple of people just come with me just to make sure we're good?
They grabbed their flashlights and ran into the dark woods to find her, where they discovered Alexis passed out next to a tree.
What is that? Okay. Wait. Okay, be careful. Okay. Alexis. Aiden, stop. Okay.
Yo, family, we made it to the end. So, if you liked our reaction, hit the like button, subscribe, catch you on the next one. Peace.